Hello and welcome to ShortCryptology, where we talk about crypto-related topics in gaming. Today we're going to discuss Kingdom Karnage Heroes, the new game of the Capital Studios series of games. Second game right now, more to come. And firstly, I want to discuss the patch notes. Like this week we had a mayor change that, as you can see, says that the number of people on the prize pool reward, like on the leaderboard, were cut by half. But this also meant that the people on the top 50 got a way better prize, which makes sense, I believe, at least for now. Now, if we go and look on the actual game, for example, we can see that the people on the leaderboard are only 50, but you can already see that the price is much better. Before here you would have seen about 50 or 60 KK token, well, on the 50 maybe 100, I don't remember, but now people are getting much better KK token rewards, all the way down to, let's say, I don't know, 45. Like the 46 to 50 are maybe not that great compared to the previous way, but from there on everyone is getting a much better reward. Another difference is that they cut the chunk that goes to the first on the leaderboard. You can see, like, he's only getting 3k, while last week he was getting about 5.7k, but the second was getting way lower, and the third and the fourth, like, it's shared amongst the people now instead of being mostly to the first guy on the leaderboard, which makes sense because people were trying so hard to get to the first place, and then whoever didn't quite make it but was close, like got to the second place, was getting way lower rewards. The reward, if you want, it's still way lower from first to second, which makes sense, but it's not as much of a difference, which is okay, and it's an improvement, I believe. Now, as you can see, the first, like, 4 people are way above everyone else in rank. That's because they were fighting each other, or we were fighting each other pretty much, until we kind of settled on our own spot and we ended up sticking there. Everyone else is much closer to, like, the people around them, and that's because people really want to get those first few spots for the good rewards. Now, back to the patch notes. As you can see, we discussed about this. Also, there was a sale for the double energy buff, which is now over, sadly. This was like a lot of fun to use. Now, if we go to the upcoming changes, this is great. So far the game has only had the classic PvP mechanics, like you manage your heroes and then you jump into a fight, you get, like, paired with someone and you fight them, and that's about it for the game. Like, you keep fighting, you have to counter the enemy, you have to spend your points to improve your, like, fighting build, that way you can counter the enemy, and this was about it for the game up until recently, or well, still at the moment. But from Monday we will have a new PVE game mode, which is called Endless Tower. The Endless Tower will have its own ranking, its own leaderboard, and there will be hero abilities, and this is kind of confusing to me because I still haven't understood if these hero abilities will also work in PvP or only for the tower. I believe it's only the tower, because they haven't really pushed the idea of them being something in PvP as well, but I have no idea. As I said, the seasonal energy boost is not a thing anymore, so we'll have to pay. Well, I mean, it is a thing, but it won't be discounted anymore. Then, what's the goal of this Endless Tower PVE mode? Well, if you want to play it, you have to pay. So KK token, we don't quite know the price yet. I think it will be a few hundred, maybe 700. We don't know for sure. And then that payment goes to fuel the actual price of the tower. Then if you want to fight in the tower, you have to pay 1 energy, so it costs you as if you were playing a simple PvP game, which does bring up an issue, because usually you're pushing super hard to use every single little bit of your energy in PvP to keep up your rank, to stay above the adversaries, meaning that now you'll have to see how you want to balance between the tower and the PvP, which brings a whole lot of issues, unless like you are way above your adversaries and can afford to use the energy in the tower, like, yeah. Then everyone is fighting the same tower, like, because so the tower, what is the tower first of all? It is a series of fights where you have to go level by level and increase, like defeat these enemies for every floor of the tower, and whoever gets at the highest stage of the tower will be the first one on the leaderboard, and so on all the way down. But everyone is fighting the same tower, which is randomly generated every week. That way it's fair. Yeah, all players fight the same stages. And yeah, at the end of the week, the reward is given out just the same as the PvP, so we'll be seeing something similar to this on the stage tower, but instead of having a score here, you'll probably have like stage 15, I don't know, floor 15 or something, or even score, but it will be a much lower number depending on how many floors people manage to clear, and you'll see how much people will earn that way. So yeah, this is a big update which I'm fairly happy to see happen, because the game will be more interesting with this forced choice of having 2 leaderboards, and they share the same resource to run the 2 like game modes, meaning that you'll have to pick and choose what you want to focus on. So maybe we'll see slightly less competition on the PvP side, or maybe people will just spend more for energy to also push the tower. That we do not know, but I think that it will be interesting. If you guys want to discuss anything specific, you can comment. I will surely answer or make a video about it. We will see changes in how the stats work in the next week, but maybe the week after. And so right now I do not want to make a specific guide on how the stats work, or like how to build your characters, because we will be seeing some changes for sure, some balancing. Like, the game is fairly young, so it's still trying to find the right balance of stats and all the, like, how to make it so that people can experience the game without having to follow the meta, which is a very delicate matter, if you ask me, because it's very difficult to balance different stats while maintaining them unique and original. So right now you can see, I'm doing way more damage, and the adversary is taking a lot more damage than me because he has lower damage and I have higher defense, but you can see I'm still missing, meaning there might be like a way higher chance to miss than what's supposed to be. Like, it's very difficult to balance a game. And we'll see. I hope that you guys will enjoy the tower. And remember that this game requires you to use a referral to play it, so I would be more than glad if you guys were to use my referral code that you find in the description, with also the info on how to download the game. So thank you again for watching, and I wish you a very nice day. Goodbye.